Yeah, let's bring in Congresswoman Cammack. I hope I got the pronunciation right, Madam Congresswoman, Republican from the great state of Florida. Now, you're
You
on the
did great.
Agriculture Committee.
Yes.
Thank you. You're on the Agriculture Committee. You're investigating this cyber attack on the meat packing plants. The FBI says the Russians did it. So what do you propose we do to the Russians?
Well, this is a great question that we have been grappling with, and we're starting to see the real world effects of exactly this type of attack. We saw it with Colonial, and when we have critical infrastructure that's being targeted by non-state actors that have ill will intent towards critical infrastructure entities like our food supply or our energy, we have real problems. But the thing is, we don't have any real deterrence. There's no teeth in our deterrence policies. We have no consequences laid out on the books for these types of attacks and these actors. And there's no multinational organizations that are really dedicated towards working towards holding these people accountable. So we're going to continue to see these types of attacks until we get serious about grid resiliency and making sure that we're not going to take these types of attacks on our critical private infrastructure entities like JBS, like Colonial. And as I said, there's so many more critical pieces of our national infrastructure that are going to become targets if we don't get serious in Congress about addressing these attacks.
Well, suppose we sent a message in some way through our computers into their computers, and we really screwed them up. I mean, we really messed with their computers. We didn't fire a shot. We didn't do no explosions, nothing like that. No act of war. No, we really screwed up their computers because that's what they did to us. Would you do that?
Oh, Stu, you're going to get me in trouble. Oh, man. I think that we have some of the best IT professionals, some of the best hackers in the world. But I think it's very important that we proceed cautiously, that we go forward deliberately. I think the knee-jerk reactions are what tend to get us in trouble. And we can't stoop to the level of our adversaries. We have to be smarter. We have to have that long game where we're looking at strategy first, because any one of these incidents can trigger a conventional type of conflict. We're dealing with an entity that is really operating with the blessing of the Russian government. Now, I know that Biden has said he was going to approach this issue when he meets with Putin here in the next few weeks. But we need people who are going to have a backbone of steel in talking about these issues. Just because we think we can send a little worm or a little piece of malware back, that might set off a traditional conflict that has very serious consequences for not just us here in the United States, but really for the world. So we need to be thoughtful. We need to be very clear, and we need to have a plan moving forward. I think knee-jerk reactions are very, very dangerous.
Okay, yes, you sound very cautious there, Congresswoman, but I understand that entirely. We don't want to start a war now, do we? Even though we're being attacked constantly. There you go. Congresswoman, thank you very much for joining us. We do appreciate it. Come again soon.
Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate it.